Welcome to the family with.
Mike Gelfand.
And Andy Brand Bernard.
Just found out from Andy the show is going to last till 10:30 today. It'll be off. It'll be still 41 minutes, which is not bad. It's usually 50, so it's only off by 9 minutes. But there's going to be a fire drill in the building, so you don't want to be on the show during a fire drill.
No.
Wouldn't you agree?
So.
The building guy walked in, about 10 minutes ago and handed me the sheet. He said, "Where's Tom?" I said, "Well, he's in Florida." He said, well, we got a fire drill today. I said, "Oh yeah, that's too bad." And that was that. So,
that was the warning.
We got her covered.
Yeah.
We still got 41 minutes, so we're fine. Like I said, it'll be a few minutes short this week, but not a problem, right?
I'm just going to speak really fast.
Let me tell you something, Tom. Everything is so what's new?
Well, let's see what's new. Well, the Gopher basketball team lost to North Texas yesterday. Who knew North Texas had a basketball team?
I didn't. I have no idea they have a basketball team.
Yeah, it's going to be a long year.
Like an NBA team?
No, college.
Oh, college, right.
Yeah,
okay. Well, I couldn't name a single college basketball team that isn't the Gophers, so.
Well, most people can name every team except the Gophers.
That's true, too, by the way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Minnesota's not your sports haven. There's no question about that. It's been, 32 years since the last national championship of anything?
Yeah.
Has it? Was the last one the Twins? Well, yeah, I suppose it probably was.
Well, the women's basketball, I think, they won a championship.
Yeah.
I
think they did, yeah.
There you go.
Let's see.
Well, I think it's really hard.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just hard to raise enough money, because if you want a star basketball player, you're going to be in the millions a year.
Now, yes.
Yeah.
Why did they ever let that happen?
The Lynx won the WNBA championships in 11, 13, 15, and 17.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, hey, but it's still been 7 years there.
Yep. Every other year they won the championship, so that's cool. No doubt about it. Yeah, I don't know. We're just kind of looking at different things as far as the your sports world is concerned. We got anything to look forward to?
I don't. Well, we can look forward to the Gopher basketball team losing almost every game. But if you're a gambler,
Easy win.
I love the U of M. It's my alma mater.
Mm-hmm.
But I took North Texas plus 1.5 last night.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you clean up?
Well, no, I didn't bet that much.
100,000.
But I won. That's the important thing.
What are the odds on a game like that? 1.0001 to 1?
It was the odds were that the Gophers were favored by 1.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And they I don't think anybody scored like in the last 4 minutes or something.
Really?
Except with 1 second left, North Texas got a dunk, but they already had won the game.
Oh.
But
okay.
they just did a little history, a little a celebratory
victory
dunk.
lap.
Yeah.
Other than gambling, Mike, the reason I ask you this is because almost every friend I have now that I went to school with or whatever, they really don't pay that close attention to sports anymore. They just don't.
Yeah.
Because we never win. The men's teams.
That's why gambling is such a great thing.
That's true, because you can, if you win, it's because you won personally.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. It doesn't matter. You don't need to be like, to succeed. You don't need to have a father who went to Yale.
Right.
You don't need. It's just you win or you lose. That's all, and that's all there is to it. I think that it's a little tougher, of course, for people to gamble in sports in Minnesota because now we're one of the few states where you can't actually legally make a bet on a sporting event.
Oh, I thought you could at the casinos, can't you?
Nah, no, not yet.
Oh, really?
Someday probably, but no, they don't. They don't have that opportunity.
God, I did not know that. I just assumed that was the case because it's private property. That you could do. It's not the United States. You could do that. I would think.
Well, they can only do it if everybody can do it, or if someone can do it, they can do it.
Oh, okay. Well,
but nobody can do it yet. The legislature each year, they say that, well, we're gonna get the legal gambling bill passed this year, and then They don't do it, and
Yeah.
so we're always. It's not a big deal in terms of revenue, but we are sending a lot of revenue to somewhat, let's just say, a little not entirely honest casinos, across the pond somewhere.
What do you mean? They're just straight ahead, aren't they?
Well, they don't really have to follow any rules. Whereas if we had legal gambling on sports in Minnesota, there would be rules that would have to be followed.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll stay on top of it. What are you going to do? I got to run a stat by you guys to see if things line up properly. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I can think of one person already that's going to say that's not true of my life at all. The average man has 3 close friends and 2 best friends.
Not for me.
Mike?
Not for me, because my best friends keep dying.
That's
Doesn't help.
exactly my answer.
Yeah.
I had 2 best friends and
Yeah.
I had 3 close friends, but I have literally 3 friends. Yeah, I'm talking about from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
There are 4 of us left out of the entire group of, I think, 22 people, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've got good friends, no question. But
Yeah, I do too.
But for many years it would have been Cannon and Varghini.
And they're both gone,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Hey, did this pop in my head? Am I wrong? Because for some reason, I had a dream last night about Pete Rose. Didn't he just die?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so why the hell am I dreaming about Pete Rose when
September
he
30th,
died?
so fairly recently.
When was it? What is it?
September 30th.
September 3rd. Oh, yeah, so it was just about 6 weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still loved having him on the show. When we were on the KQ morning show, he would come on. He was a hell of a guest.
Yeah, he was.
I really enjoyed him, and that's the way it is. But I got a note this morning. What are you guys doing with the booking over there? Tom Papa and Lou Diamond Phillips both wanted to come on and didn't get booked. So, but then
Well, who would
Devin
they
told.
told though?
Well,
I mean,
I
they
think
wanted to
Devin
come
and
on,
AJ
but
know it.
I don't know.
Well, no, I think Art Sears does their booking. I think.
I didn't hear anything about either of them.
Well, then maybe they are booked by other people. But Tom Pop is a good friend. He's actually a friend. And Lou Diamond Phillips used to come on all the time. He's a hell of a talent too. But in any case, we keep moving forward, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we don't keep moving forward. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen.
I just don't know these days, but I think in the end we will go forward.
I'm hoping. There's no question about it. So everything else good in life?
Well, it's a nice warm day in Minnesota, and so that's pretty cool. And
Is it going to be another one just like last year where it's going to be in the 50s all winter?
Certainly seems that way so far.
Mm-hmm. It does seem that way.
so if you want to send a thank you note to the Koch brothers,
Because
sure
of the
they
refineries, that's what it is. You've got the great weather because of the
well,
refineries.
it's obviously it's far more than that, but it's sort of symbolic of
I'd settle for a couple thousand shares.
yeah.
Couple thousand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're probably doing pretty well. No question about
So
it.
wait, so the Koch refinery, it's called the Pipe Bend refinery. They keep changing the name, don't they?
Is that the one down in Rosemont or whatever it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
it is,
owned by
okay.
Flint Hills Resources, which is owned by Koch Incorporated. Are they public?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, they're not? Oh,
No.
well, that's too bad.
You wanted to get involved.
It's a great success story,
Second largest privately held company in the United States.
Yeah. And,
Annual revenue over $125 billion.
and it all started with Hitler. And
Well, doesn't it always?
yeah, no, and
Hitler.
Stalin too. Yeah, Hitler and Stalin.
Hitler and Stalin,
that's-
the ultimate team.
That's that's the Koch brothers of today. There's only one really who is still very active in politics, and but their father started the whole business by
Fred?
building refineries for Stalin and Hitler.
In Germany?
Yep.
Oh, I
And
didn't
I
know
imagine
that.
Russia.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was true, that they Stalined it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Huh.
a little scary.
Oh yeah, traveled the Soviet Union to build oil refineries in 1928, and then the rest is history.
How much is the family worth?
I'm guessing a lot. Well, they're privately held, so it's We
I
don't
think
really know, but
I think it was somewhere around. It was split up, but I think each son was worth something like 40 billion.
That's pretty good.
But now, because I think two sons died, I think,
Oh, sure.
and so now I guess they're worth 80 billion apiece. I don't know. They're up there.
They're
is that
still
all?
nowhere near your buddy Elon Musk, though. Was he worth now like $240 billion or
They're
something?
saying over 300 billion now.
Are they?
300 billion.
308.1 is what they're currently saying.
Yeah. And it's just going to go up because now he's a member of the Trump administration, and so
Yep.
everything that Trump does, everything that the Congress does, will affect Elon Musk, and it'll all affect him profitably
Yes.
because
I
he'll
could
see
see
to
that.
that.
Wait, what is his title again with the administration? He's got a title now.
Oh
He
yeah,
does?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He and Ramaswamy, two of my
Yep.
favorite people. And now they're the ones who are being charged with. I think what they're doing is they're going to make our money more efficient. You know, so what Elon Musk said was that he's going to drive down the deficit, but he said that he warned that because of that, we all are going to have to take a little hit. We're all going to have to be in on this, and sometimes it'll be rough because we just won't have as much money because it'll all belong to Elon Musk.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
So the world ever going to change with this billionaire deal?
Well,
When has it ever?
we had the robber barons back in
Yeah.
back in the day with Carnegie and Rockefeller and all those guys, and this seems to be they're back now. It's just another era of robber barons.
But let me ask you a question. Does anybody really need more than 100 million?
$100 would be
Arguably
fine
not.
right now.
Yeah, $100 would be sounding pretty good.
Well,
Yeah,
if I had $100 in my pocket,
yeah, well, that would be different. But like I said, I have noticed the very, very wealthy people, the billionaires, they are not like you and me.
No.
Not in any way. They really are not.
The joke was, they're not like you and me. They have more money, but what they really have is more power.
Yeah, lots of power.
And they use that power to keep us away from them. Like Elon Musk said, we have to take a hit here. We have to sacrifice. But sacrifice for who? For Elon Musk.
I know. It reminds me of remember when the lockdown started and all these celebrities were they were uploading videos from their 50,000 square foot mansions with indoor pools being like, we're all going to have to make the sacrifice and stay indoors for a while. It's like you've got an airport in your house.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for you than it is for the rest of us.
Tell that to the guy living in the studio apartment.
Yeah, exactly.
In the basement near the freeway, making $12 an hour at a big box store.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see just how out of touch some people are.
So I have a question for you. I was trying to think about what is the most expensive house in America? Is there one house that's the most expensive house in America ever built?
Probably, and it's probably in New York City.
I would think so, yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of celebrity houses lately going for like, 25, 30 billion. And then some of them, there's some that I think Elon Musk's house, the one he built for most of the children he fathered, the daughter, I think, is excluded from it because she's trans.
Mm-hmm.
But,
is that right?
But he built some sort of like armory for everybody so he can keep them all in one place. And I think the tag there was, I don't know, I can't, Andy can probably look it up. But he built that house, I think, pretty recently.
A compound.
The compound, right?
Yeah, there you go. Bought a Texas compound.
Yep.
Well, first, the most
did he?
expensive homes sold in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Number one would be Paradise Cove in Malibu for $190 million. Bought by Jay-Z and Beyonce, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yep. So North County Road in Palm Beach. There you go. $170 million.
North County, really?
North County Road, Palm Beach. Yep.
Right.
Bought by Michael Cantanucci, some car dealership mogul, apparently.
Wow.
25,000 square foot mansion built in the 2000s. So there's another one in Palm Beach. Wonder how many are in Palm Beach.
A lot.
Just 2 of the top 10.
2 of the top 10, really.
One is in
surprisingly.
New York City, 220 Central Park South, $80 million.
Mm-hmm.
For a townhome or an apartment.
Probably.
A duplex penthouse.
Oh, it is a penthouse, but it's a duplex penthouse.
Still, I mean, still.
Yeah, they
I
say
know.
location, but
They sure do.
I'm
but
not sure that I want to be in that location.
No, not for $80 million.
No.
Let's see. The Elon Musk compound. About a $35 million Texas compound, 14,000 square feet.
Only 14,000. Wow.
That's all?
I know. He's probably going to build up, if I had to guess.
And then probably like the youngest kid probably has that upstairs bedroom, the one with the slanted roof over their head,
Yep.
Sure, yeah.
right up in the attic.
The Hey Arnold bedroom.
Yeah, it's just that
Let
was
me ask you.
that was my brother's bedroom on Cretan Avenue.
I like
Oh, there
this.
you go.
The new properties are about a 10-minute walk from the Austin mansion he usually stays in. You gotta have 2 mansions, a 10-minute walk from one another.
So he stores all the
Unbelievable.
children and former wives in one place.
Yes, exactly.
And then he lives in another place.
Yep.
Unbelievable. It's a 10-minute walk, though, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
There
Just
you
pop
go.
on over whenever you want. Whenever you got bored of your normal mansion.
I get the feeling there may be unannounced inspections.
Oh, you think so?
I think he just shows up and everybody stands at attention, and then he,
Well, like, what's the movie where they do that? So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. That's not Sound of Music, is it?
It might be.
Well,
It might be Sound of Music. That sounds familiar.
let's see.
I'm not
Yep,
really
it is
sure.
the Sound of Music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
thought
they
so, yeah.
line up and they
Yeah,
have
they-
to get inspected and everything.
Mhm.
The general or whatever. I don't think he was a general. Colonel, maybe? I don't know. Someone in the chat probably knows what the hell I'm talking about.
My mother was a big fan. She didn't really understand some of the underlying meanings of that movie, but she was a big show music
Hmm.
person, and it drove me crazy. And when I finally, at the age of 10, obtained through my brother a Buddy Holly album, the
Ooh.
whole world changed for me.
No
Oh,
more
yeah.
Major General for you.
No more Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
That's the one I could put on if I wanted to really piss my dad off.
You didn't like when the wind came sweeping down the plain?
He didn't like Oklahoma, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Very specifically.
Less the song and more the topic.
Yeah. It's all you had to really do to trigger my dad was just say Oklahoma.
Oh, God. What's funny about that is just last night, Kath and I have been running around like mad people trying to get everything done and get this fixed and that fixed and this painted. And, it happens every year. It's the way it is, right? So last night she's very tired. She's on the couch. I said, "What do you want to watch, honey?" She goes, it's that show in Kansas City. And I said, "The show in Kansas City? I don't think I'm familiar with
Means
that."
it's not in Kansas City.
Which means she meant Tulsa King.
Yeah, there you go.
Kansas City King. Yeah, that's the one. No question.
That's how my brain works. I'll substitute
Yes. Yep.
close. Like I'll almost get it, but not quite. So I know exactly how she thinks.
So you kind of know where we are now and where you are headed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like if I say something, just like run some synonyms through your head to see if any make sense. And if they do, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I suppose that is.
Fuzzy logic, I believe.
That's what the doctors who specialize in this area say is for people who are, let's say, in their 70s, like me. If you can't remember the name of you're talking about a movie, but you can't remember the name of the star of the movie. They say that if it'll probably just come to you in an hour or two, it'll just pop into your brain. But if you never are able to think of it, then that's when you have a big problem.
Huh. Well, then I've had a big problem for a very long time.
Long time. I got to ask you guys a question about this because I watched a bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I walked away with a definite impression. I thought it was interesting, and I thought it was very classy of Joe Biden to invite Donald Trump to the White House. The reason I say that is because Donald Trump did not invite Joe Biden to the White House when Biden beat him. But Biden turns around and does the right thing and is gracious and invites Donald Trump to the White House. But he was in such a good mood, was Joe Biden.
I was gonna say, have you
Yeah.
noticed how much happier he is now that he's on his way out of the White House?
But my question is, it is because he's on the way out of the White House or because she got her ass handed to her?
I wonder. Like
You
the
think he's just like,
usurper, yeah. got
See, I
defeated.
told you should have stayed with me, but you wouldn't
Yeah.
listen to me. He was very happy, I will tell you that.
I do wonder.
I think maybe he was so happy because he didn't know that Harris lost.
Well, it's a possibility.
You're just inviting Trump over for no reason at all.
That is a
Oh, let's just
possibility.
stop on over, Don.
And I like the idea that Melania didn't show up at all.
No, she didn't show up at all. And why would that be?
Well, I can think of a lot of reasons, but I guess she didn't understand that politics is a game.
Yeah,
So-
I guess.
So she was angry, I guess.
About what?
I guess the fact that anyone would even run against her husband.
Oh, is that what it was? He had competition. She didn't like that.
I think she thought that it should just be one of those things where people just, unanimously raise their hand and that would be the end of it.
You'll be quicker.
Yeah. I think to tell you the truth, that people need to understand that anybody who wants to be president of the United States is not like you and me at all. They're just not.
Oh, no.
I have no interest in ever being the head of an entire nation. No, thank you.
No, I agree. I don't even want to be on the St. Louis Park Mental Health Subcommittee.
Exactly. But they put you on there anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, who else?
Just the way, yeah, who else are you going to do it for? I don't know. I watch this stuff and it's like, man, it's a new world, I guess. These women that are shaving their heads and divorcing their husbands because Kamala didn't win. How is it your husband's fault that your choice didn't win? I don't understand that
They're
thinking.
shaving their heads?
Shaving their heads
Who are
and
these
divorcing
people?
their husbands.
I haven't read that.
Yeah, there's like a blue bracelet movement where they're shaving their heads so men won't, look at them.
Ah,
Yeah.
But what does that achieve?
I don't know. I
It
mean,
achieves getting a whole lot of attention.
a lot of these women, could go out with me because I can't see them.
Yeah, you can't even see what color their bracelet is.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I'm back in the game.
I do like the fact, too, and it's every presidential election. Doesn't matter if a Democrat wins, Republican wins. Well, that's it for this country. That'll be the end of this country.
We're going to Canada.
Oh, one guy. God, who was it? He was an actor. I think he's an actor. I wish I could remember his name, but he is abandoning his family, and he admitted it on national TV that he's moving somewhere, I think in Europe, but he's not taking his family with him, and he's not going to stay in touch with it. What the hell is that now?
Probably his family won't go.
They probably won't go. You're probably right about that. I don't understand. You've ridden through tough times before. Even if you hate Donald Trump, it's only 4 more years and he can never run again.
That's true. After 4 years from now,
Yeah.
he will never be president ever again, and we'll just
That's
all stop talking about
And that's
him.
because he's been elected 3 times now.
According to him.
Yeah, just like FDR or whatever.
They
Was
have-
FDR 4?
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
4, jeez.
Well, 3
Was
and
it
a half.
4 real? 3.5.
4 and a
Yeah.
half.
Yeah, I suppose.
But 4 times he got elected. Yeah. The I don't know. After the election, the next day, well, probably after the results came in, the most common question that was Googled was, "How can I move to Canada?"
Yep.
Canada. Why do they want to move to Canada? I mean, I love Canada. Don't
Every
get me wrong.
4
but-
years, there's a surge in how do I move to Canada?
Yeah, and the answer is Canada won't have you.
That's probably the truth. Well, Canada's more liberal than the United States, aren't they? I think politically
Usually.
they're more liberal, aren't they?
Yeah, usually that's Canada. There are things about Canada that people think are better than things here. Like healthcare is a good example, especially now that Trump has said he's going to take people's healthcare away from them.
Oh, he is.
Oh, he's going to kill. It's his lifelong dream because he hates Obama so much. He got beat. So he he thinks he lost to Obama. He doesn't understand that wasn't the case.
Why does he think he lost to Obama? Obama had nothing to do with it.
I know, but he thinks he ran against Obama.
Why would he think that?
Well, he's an elderly man, and he
So it's
has
just a
such
handpicked
hatred.
deal.
He has such hatred for Obama because Obama made a joke about him at like one of those Washington press dinners.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so he's never forgiven that. That's really about. Well, he said it. He said these 4 years are about retribution.
I don't really understand that hating anyone. There are people I don't care for, but I wouldn't waste a moment hating anybody. I'm not going to hate you. It takes too much out of my own heart.
Well, yeah, it's the old story, and I know people personally who this fits. What the therapists say is, revenge is about swallowing poison and hoping it kills one of your enemies, but it only kills you.
That's a very good point, because I just don't understand why you give up so much time and so much of your heart to hating anyone.
Yeah, because then you can't really love anyone.
I would have to agree with that. Again, there are people I don't care for, but I just tend to stay away from them.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, Mike and Andy, I've been treated like crap by some people. I mean, really poorly.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't waste a second hating those people. They're a bunch of morons who had no idea what the hell they were doing. There's a lot of that going on in the world right now, by the way.
Oh,
all these
moronness.
Oh God! I mean,
retribution is a big thing right now, and beyond that, of course, it's this emotion that a lot of people have, people with a lot of money have, which is that they just can't get a break.
Yeah, it gets tough sometimes to have to follow the news every day. And in my job, and well, in your guys' job too, you have to pay attention to the news, and it really wears on you after a while.
Yeah, you can only take so much.
So what the hell? Let's have more fun. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why I'm still watching old reruns of Gunsmoke.
We watch still Corner Gas, which now I've been told that Freevee's going away, so they're going to have to put it all on Amazon Prime. But it is a 6-season comedy written by a Canadian guy named Brent Butt, B-U-T-T. Brent Butt wrote it. It's really funny.
Really? I got to check this out.
Oh, you'd like it. Yeah, it's, I think the last episode was like 2009, something like that. So it's about 15 years old. But it's funny without trying too hard. It is very funny, I think, because some of these shows that try to be funny are not funny in the least, because you're trying way too hard to be funny.
Yeah, the best humor is the stuff that makes you think a couple beats and then you laugh.
Now, an example of the kind of jokes that he writes: there's a woman who owns a cafe, and on top of the cafe, in gigantic letters, is C-A-F-E, cafe. Well, a storm comes through and blows the F away and the E away. So the entire episode, whenever there are children around, they're going, "What are you doing?" "Well, I'm looking for an F and E." So get it?
Yeah.
I'm looking for an F and E. Get it? Don't talk like that in front of my child. What's wrong with you? No, an F and E. It's maybe not for everybody, but Catherine and I really do like it. It's quite entertaining. Catherine talked to Brent a couple of times. We couldn't get him to come on the show because that show's been off the air for so long, I guess. But I think it's very, very funny. But so all of Freevee is going over to Amazon Prime now, and you know the reason for that? People will not watch TV commercials anymore.
Oh, yeah. No, you see that in watching football games.
Oh, yeah.
Where they just sort of do the commercials on half the screen.
Yeah, that's exactly right now, isn't it?
And the other half, you see football players doing nothing.
And making a lot of money doing it.
About advertising, too, because you have all these advertisements where you have like the same actor all the time. Like there's an insurance ad. The joke is that the guy's always having accidents, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah, I have no idea which insurance company that ad is for.
I don't either. That's a very good point, Mike.
The thing is, you never know anymore. Like, almost as if that's not the point. You just are supposed to think about insurance in general.
I guess
Yeah, but you want them to buy yours, don't you?
that's what
Is
I
it-
would think.
You would think, but I mean, I guess if like, if the average person thinks insurance, first thing they're probably going to think of is like Progressive or Geico or whatever.
Hmm.
So it's like that
It-
gives you a good chance right there of just
Yeah.
like,
I think the greatest commercials are the ones that are the most irritating, like the Ozempic commercial.
Oh, the Ozempics. Yeah,
They have
you
the
like
really
them.
bad jingle.
Oh,
But they're,
Ozempic.
I don't see what I mean. You just
Yeah,
say it.
that's
It's in your
lazy.
brain. And they're advertising. The casting is fantastic. So there's an ad, and there are people who are a couple women especially who are talking about how they lost a lot of weight and they're
Mhm.
happy now, right? And they have managed to cast women who are not fat but look like they once were. Now that is subtlety.
Really?
I'm telling you, they're very, very good at casting.
So I have a question for you. If you're not going to be able to run commercials on national television now because national broadcast television is not doing well at all, it's doing fine on the other format,
Hmm.
with the whatever they are. I don't even know. There's 8 billion different channels and all the rest of it. But yeah, commercials being run, that's why podcasting does so well
Yeah.
because people basically under, I would say your age, Andy, 38 and under, will not watch commercials. They just won't listen to them and they won't watch them.
Yeah.
So that's about your age on down, isn't it? I think.
That's probably about, I mean, I don't know. I grew up with commercials.
Yeah, but I'm talking about now.
But-
They won't do it now.
Yeah. I mean, watching broadcast TV is just not something people have done for quite some time. I mean,
That's true. Yeah.
God, even when I did watch TV, almost always I would watch it recorded on TiVo or something like that.
Hmm.
So I'd skip through commercials.
Yeah, there you go. The
So it's
ability
like,
to skip through
yeah,
commercials.
the idea of commercials being a normal part of my life, it hasn't been true in 20 years.
But I will tell you this, it will return big time because once people do realize that they have to pay a lot more to watch TV than they used to. It used to be free because of the commercials,
Yeah.
and now it's what, $100 a month minimum?
Oh yeah, easy. Yeah. There are certain commercials that are very successful and like, but the audience has to be just right straight on. That's why like evening news, the broadcast evening news that we see at 5:30. That's why they can go on forever because no, they don't have a huge audience, but almost everybody who watches the evening news is on some kind of medication.
That's a very
is
good
true.
point.
And sometimes it's because they watch the news that they're on medication.
I could understand that.
I mean, high blood pressure, yeah, it could happen.
We have a caller.
And the caller is
Who are
Hey,
you,
it's
caller?
Derek.
Derek. How you doing, Derek?
Hey, how you doing, gentlemen? Good morning.
Good morning. What's the latest?
Well, the latest is, it's the same old crap, so that kind of sucks. I just wanted to lay out a question and get your honest opinion. And I also want to say I'm glad to be on the air with Stretch. Mike, you made me crack me up for decades.
Well, thank you.
I read your articles, the newspapers and stuff, and
I personally
really,
have cracked up for decades.
Yes, he has. I've been watching it.
Every action has an opposite
Hey.
reaction.
But thanks, Derek. I appreciate that.
couldn't expect anything less from you, Mike. But no, I love your writing. Anyways, I was just curious, after all this election and then the last, several cycles, would this work? Okay. How about instead of the attack ads and not giving any policy or any kind of issue or anything, how about stand up and go, I respect my opponent's opinions, but here are mine, and then lay them out,
Yeah.
and that's it. Now, I think that would be refreshing and great, but do you think in this political climate, people would take it as weak?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Really, you think so?
It's the black and white thinking. I mean, we're conditioned to believe that you're either perfectly good or perfectly evil. So if you say, the other side has some good points, well, then basically you're saying I'm on the side of evil.
Yeah, that seems to
See,
be the
damn it,
process.
Andy, you being all smart and shit.
Yeah, there you
I do
go.
what I can.
There you
Well,
have it.
I think in some respects, uh, well, even Harris has tried that, and it's not a lot, but sometimes. But it obviously didn't work for her. I mean, there are a lot of reasons that it didn't work, but that could be one of them.
But I'd say, like, maybe she didn't lay it out in the proper fashion. Like, I mean, how about just start as being like, hi, give the big toothy grin and shit. Like, I'm the nice guy.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I guess, it'd play as phony, right? But how about just stepping up and being like, I'm tired of people attacking each other. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. And if they want to come after me, let them. Here's my record, blah, 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 blah. I mean,
yeah. Well,
I don't know.
Amy Klobuchar did that, and it worked for her. But of course, her opponent was a psychopath. So,
Who was her opponent? I forgot.
Well, that certainly helps.
It does
certainly
help.
helps.
Well, I have a question for y'all. Now, Derek, here's an example.
Yes, Tom.
I talked to many people, Dave Hamilton and, Mark Steinmetz back in the day and the people working on it. I don't think you ever heard us on the KQ Morning Show or on this show go after any other morning show, including Howard Stern. We just didn't do it, and it worked.
Tommy,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, and I was just going to say, it became the highest rated morning show in America. And I think one of the reasons is because we didn't do that.
Right. Well, yeah, you didn't undercut people. You didn't sink to their level. You just said, hey, you know what? We're the A game. And if you're going to play up to us, play up to us. And if you can't, we're going to kick you in the seeds, shove you in the dirt, and get the ass out of here.
Well, we did sometimes.
And that's what you guys did.
Sometimes,
and real quick too. I miss Stretch's picks. When's
Me
that
too.
gonna come back?
Stretch.
The only one who knows my picks are my bookies.
I only lost a little bit on you, Stretch, betting on your
That's not
picks.
bad,
So
yeah. Yeah, because everybody loses. The thing about the NFL now, I don't know anybody who beats the NFL. Those lines are so good.
I don't know. Look at some of the players' wives.
Well,
you
that's
can
true.
find out who's beating on the NFL. Oh wait, sorry, you said beat the NFL.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well,
it was close.
It's hard to be funny.
It's a good start. So
it's a valid point.
But I didn't mean to interrupt. You were saying, sir.
No, all I was going to say is that, well, as far as gambling goes, as I said, you can't beat the line anymore. What I do is I make most of my bets are probably not the side. I don't bet the sides. I used to, of course, do the over-unders. That was my specialty. And they were fantastic when I first started out. But then those lines got pretty good. Now it's just a few prop bets that I tend. And then, like, I did bet North Texas last night. So sometimes a jewel comes along where the line just hasn't figured out how good or mostly how bad a team is.
Mm-hmm.
But that was exhausting. So many years. I loved it. But the other thing I was going to say was that we did have a lot of fun in the early days with WCCO.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it wasn't vicious, but
oh no, not at all. And we were friends with the guys anyway.
Yeah, well, you were, yeah.
Well, you were friends with Cannon.
Well, Cannon, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, good guy.
Yeah, but I remember you told me one day that there was one guy there who used to talk like this, and I used to imitate him.
Right.
And he apparently said, like, he'd like to punch me or something like that. But he may have just been letting off steam.
I tried to talk him into doing it, but he never did.
The guy's still around. Yeah, well, he didn't have to. I was just thinking about that, about all the times people have threatened to kill me. And it's been great for my career.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I mean, if Rod Drew hadn't threatened to kill me every day, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, it's true. Derek, thank you for your call, sir. We only got 2 more minutes on the show because of.
I'll let you guys get going then. Peace out then. Keep the laughs coming, guys.
Thank you,
what
Derek.
you do, and God bless you all. Peace.
God bless you, Derek.
Thanks, Derek.
Bye.
Bye.
I didn't want Derek to
We're
think
about
all of a
to get
sudden.
the alarm, aren't we?
Pretty soon, yes.
Yeah, we only got like 2 minutes left before the alarm goes off. So they're doing a fire alarm test?
Fire drill, yep.
Yep.
A fire drill.
All the
Yeah, there
staff
you go.
have to go gather in the place and do the thing.
All right, we
Really,
got
we
1
don't have
minute.
to do anything except for listen to a very loud fire alarm,
Yep.
ostensibly. Yep,
Okay,
Look at
boy, look at the time.
Crickets in here.
All right, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
See you, Tom.
Thanks. Bye.
Got a picture in my pocket reminds me of this was before. Every time I hear the singing reminds me how you talking.